we apologize for the video, but we should be back live now, and you should be getting the action. And we will continue our play-by-play up here in the box. And so number 5, Devin Patrick, will step in for the Warriors and take ball 1. Warriors here in the bottom of the second, still trailed by 2 as the Cavaliers jumped out. And that one hit into left field. Little trouble there tracking it for the left fielder for the Cavaliers, but able to make the grab along the fence for out number 1. And that out will bring up number 4, Dawson Posick.
Now batting, number 4, Dawson Posick.
The catcher for the Warriors.
I'd like to see if catcher gets something started here, get a little rally going.
They do need some offense started, and he certainly was trying to start it there by putting it outside the park. And a good pitch there. Posick not happy about it, but the umpire says that it caught the outside part of the plate, and so a quick 0-2 count on Posick. And that a bounder over to the shortstop who gathers it and throws. And a good pick there by the first baseman for out number 2. And so that is a quick 2 outs here for the Warriors, as that'll bring up number 20, DJ Ludwig, for them.
Now batting, number 20, DJ Ludwig.
And so the Warriors here with 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning, as that pitch is down low to Ludwig for ball 1.
The pitcher for UVA Wise, Zach James, has a quick turnaround. He doesn't leave a lot of time in between for setting up.
Yeah, he likes to work quick and keep in that rhythm of his, and almost catch the batter a little off guard to try and quicken up the tempo. And so Ludwig fouls that one down the third base line for a strike. And he chases that one down low for strike 2. And so the count even, 2-2. And here's the pitch, as it drops outside. And so Ludwig will have a full count here with 2 out and nobody on for the Warriors in the bottom of the second inning. And he will chase that one low and outside for strike 3. And so again, 1-2-3 for the Warriors as they go down with a strikeout. When we're back, we will be at the top of the third inning. You are listening to the SWU Sports Network. And so top of the third inning here, as the Warriors trail 2-0 here to the Cavaliers as they got their 2 runs in the first inning. And McEvely delivers a strike there for the first pitch of the inning.
TJ McEvely, 6'3", 210 from Matthews, North Carolina. Coming in, he's a junior.
And he's able to get that one as a pop-up. The left fielder, Parker Pillsbury, comes in and tracks that for out number 1.
He's a tall guy, but he kind of has like a submarine style pitch.
Yeah, a little bit of a sidearm to him. And it's kind of a different style than what most people would be used to seeing. But it works for him, and he's able to throw it in there and get it in quick. And that pitch was left high in the strike zone for ball 1. But that pitch was hit into right field. But a good play there by Patrick as he's able to track it and get out number 2. And so 2 up and 2 down for the Cavaliers as the Warriors starting to work quick here and keep this game within reach early.
Yeah, you see he's got good movement on the pitch. Like it's sliding in there so that the batters aren't quite able to see where it's at in the center.
It's not, yeah, you're right. It's not quite a fastball, but it's also not quite your average curveball either, as it could be a 2 or a 4-seamer that is just punching in there. But that one hit into right field and will drop down in front of Patrick for a single.
Now batting, number 55, Tyler Horvath.
Tyler Horvath out of Mount Pocono, Pennsylvania. Big guy.
Big guy from the north. Must be loving this weather down here compared to up there. But he hits a bounder over Shao. But the shortstop, Sute, with a strong throw, but not in time to get the runner. And so that will be an infield hit for the Cavalier, as Sute did make a great play off the hop and a strong throw, just not in time.
That was a long throw. He was setting up pretty deep.
He did have a couple steps into the outfield there, as it took a high hop. However, the Warriors still do have 2 outs here on the Cavaliers. And so with 2 men on and 2 out, Cavaliers looking to add on to their lead, and the Warriors trying to squander that. And that one roped back to the netting for strike 2.
Both of these teams are fairly young teams, a lot of freshmen, sophomore. Branham at the plate now is one of the few seniors for UVA Wise.
Well, that's good for a program, seeing as though they're able to have more and more. But that pitch and hit was up center to Richards as another run comes across for the Cavaliers.
Now batting, number 8, Jordan Turner.
And so the Cavaliers' lead now increases to 3-0 over the Warriors, as there are still 2 outs here in the inning, and the Warriors looking for that third one.
Throw a good strike on the outside there. We've seen the Warriors battle back already a couple of times this season, so we know that, they don't get rattled when they get down.
Yeah, they don't get rattled easily, and they're able to produce offense during the middle to later part of the games, but they do need to start amping it up here if they want to stay within reach of this one. And that one hit into right field as it is dropping quick and will drop in. And another runner will come in for the Cavaliers.
At this point, early in the game, you wonder, what does the coach begin to think in terms of making changes or things like that? Or does he just say, I'm going to stick with my guy, I'm going to stay out there, let TJ battle, work his way out of this situation?
Right. Well, I think with the rest of this inning, there are 2 outs here. And he does throw them in there, and he puts them on the outside or inside parts of the plate, so he is attacking the batter and making them work for it. But the batters here are getting the best of him, as there's still no one down in the bullpen for the Warriors, but a quick 0-2 count here for McEvely, trying to get the 3rd out of the inning, as the Cavaliers have men on the corners. And so they're in a rundown here with one of them. And he will be out before he reaches first. And so the run does count, as the runner from third touched before the out, which will mean the Warriors now trail 5-0, and we will be back in the bottom of the 3rd inning. You are listening to the SWU Sports Network. And so we are here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Warriors trail 5-0 as the Cavaliers score 3 in the top of the inning. Leading off for the Warriors is a senior, number 14, Sawyer Price, as he is trying to jumpstart this offense for the Warriors, as he hits one to the shortstop, who will scoop and throw in time for out number 1.
Now batting, number 12, Sean Sute.
Sawyer Price, usually somebody that can get a rally started, but they're still just not getting much production from the leadoff yet.
Yeah, not quite. But hopefully this next man, as that pitch is up over number 12 for the Warriors, Sean Sute's head. Crazy one there. And that pitch now goes in for a strike. And so the count 1-1 on Sute, as he hits one into left field for what will be a single. Good piece of hitting there by Sute, able to rope it around the 3rd baseman and possibly get something started here for the Warriors.
Now batting, number 1, Ty King Richards.
And so the center fielder, Ty King Richards, will step in. He's normally the leadoff man, but he is batting in the 9th spot today for them, looking to switch things up a bit.
You got to think with that lineup change that maybe they're going to get production out of him right here, getting on base as a leadoff hitter. Move Sute over to second, or in scoring position at least, over in 3rd.
Yeah, just to get something started here and get a couple runs back. And that pitch down in the dirt, and a good stop there by the catcher for the Cavaliers. And so the Warriors have 1 on and 1 out here with Richards up to bat. And the count even 1-1 as Richards hits it foul down the first base line. Count even 2-2 as the pitch comes in and is outside for ball 3. And so we will have a full count here with 1 out and 1 on for the Warriors as Richards tries to get something in play here in advance Sute. And Richards asked for time and is granted. So he will step out and now step back in.
Outfield playing in pretty shallow right now.
And the ground ball will get the out at second, but Richards able to hustle down the first base line, and there is no throw from second. And so just a trade-off of places there from Sute to Richards as the Warriors now have 1 on with 2 out here in the bottom of the third.
Be good to see Timo Schau Sr. get something going here with speed on the bags right now.
Yep, and he looks at that one down low for ball 1. And it does not have to be much here for the Warriors. Just keep getting a hit, put it in play, and Richards takes off and is safe as he beat the throw and almost overslid the bag.
Yeah, that would have been tragic if he would have come off the bag. It was a great throw from the catcher. It was actually right on time, but Richards just way too fast for that.
And so the Warriors will now have a man in scoring position as Schau steps in. And he will take strike 1. So 1 out and 2, 1 on, 2 out here for the Warriors. And the pitch is down low. Another good stop by the catcher to keep Richards at second base.
And the way that the defense is playing it, they're not worried that Schau is going to pull it. It looks like they're looking like he's going to go opposite field.
Opposite field, and they've left quite a bit of a gap if he does slightly pull it into left center. And if he can put it in there, Richards will surely score, and Schau could have himself a double.
Yeah, that'd get us on the board.
And that pitch outside with the full count for ball 4. And so Schau will take the walk as the Warriors now have 2 on. Still 2 out, but things are looking more promising now as they're able to get men on base.
This is a good situation for Pillsbury coming up. Big guy coming in, hitting lefty.
A lot of room down the left field line as they are looking for him to pull and not play the opposite as much. But there is a lot of speed on the bags for the Warriors. As that pitch is inside, and the catcher looking to pick off Schau at first base, but Schau slides in and is safe.
Yeah, with the speed that's on the bag right now, if he could get a hit down the line, he would definitely clear the bases.
And a nice rope down, but just pulled foul as he did get a hold of it, but was just out in front a little too much.
Well, send a search team to find that in the kudzu. Probably never be found.
And so 2 on still as that one is hit into the gap. And 1 run will score and they will hold Shao at third base. Oh, but a great throw turns into a misplay as neither the first baseman or the second baseman got a hold of it, giving the Warriors 2 runs and puts Pillsbury at second.
2 runs on the board for the Warriors. That's the kind of momentum they needed, and that little misstep by UVA Wise on defense also, that'll get in their head a little bit. So this is a great situation actually to be in. This is exactly what I was saying before, how the Warriors tend to just battle back and they stay positive.
That's right. They get a momentum swing like this. They're able to get something on the board and just keep putting runs back as that pitch does get away from the catcher, and Pillsbury will head to third. So a couple defensive mistakes here from the Cavaliers, sort of mounting on top of each other now, costing them a run, and now an advanced batter, which will put a runner at third base for Glass. And Glass will hit it to the shortstop, and it takes a weird hop on him. And they are saying that the first baseman was off the bag, so the runner will be safe for the Warriors as they get a third run in on the inning. That ball had some topspin to it. Did you see that?
Yeah, it really just dove and kind of unexpectedly hopped.
Went right into the midsection of the shortstop as he had to gather it and make a quick throw, which forced the first baseman off the bag. And so Glass is safe at first.
So you got to be thinking at this point, Zach James, number 34, UVA, they're in his head a little bit at this point. He's throwing a little wild, just trying to throw hard. He's a hard thrower anyway, but
he's been throwing hard the first 2 innings. He was moving quick, and he was in a tempo or rhythm. But the Warriors, with a few hits here, have disrupted that, and a couple of balls have gotten away from him as they've dove down in the dirt, or they have just been unable pitches for the catcher to handle.
That's a terrible feeling when you make a throw to first, too, and your first baseman isn't able to keep his foot on the bag.
Yeah, it's a hard play. It was a rushed play. And so just to make the catch. But you'd rather have the catch than a pass ball and putting the runner at second if you're the Cavaliers. And that one, a curveball as it dipped back in on Patrick for strike number 3. But the Warriors do get 3 runs back and cut into the lead, trailing here by 2 at Dr. C. Keith Connor Field. When we're back, we will be at the top of the 4th inning. You're listening to the SWU Sports Network.
A trip to McAllister's is like visiting a lifelong friend. One who believes the recipe for good times calls for heartfelt conversation over a handcrafted meal, knows just how you like your tea, always has a refill ready, and welcomes every guest with their favorite food made to order. The kind of friend who is always up for trying something new, and who you can count on for that familiar feeling of home. McAllister's Deli. Great food brings us together.
And we're back here at Dr. C. Keith Connor Field for the matchup of the Southern Wesleyan Warriors and the UVA Wise Cavaliers. A pitching change for the Warriors brings in number 26, Vinny Adams, who will start off the fourth inning. And he will start off his day with a strike.
Vinny Adams, the junior out of Florida, a tall guy, a lot like TJ, similar, pitching release to TJ, who he just came in relief for, but he tends to have more movement. I've seen it actually at practice a couple of times, just a lot of movement on the pitch.
That's right. And he gets a quick 2 strikes there, but the hit over is to the second baseman, who forces Price off the bag with a rush throw, so the runner will be safe.
DJ got caught in a pinch right there. He charged the ball well. His throw was just a little off center. Sawyer couldn't reach on it.
Yeah. Little rushed and hurried, trying to make a quick sidearm throw over to first. Forces Price off the bag, who in return tried to make a spinning tag, but the runner was by him at that point and had already touched first.
It's going to be important here that the Warriors don't repeat kind of what they started the game with a new pitcher on the mound. They have a chance here to start something new.
And Pillsbury rushes that one, but does not make the catch as that one trickles by and will put runners at second and third. It was a good effort there as he had a good break on it, but unable to make the catch. And as you said, trying to not repeat what happened in the first inning with a new pitcher. And so they will be battling back here with 1 out in the fourth inning as the Cavaliers have 2 men on.
Vinny Adams, has been playing for a long time. He's a junior. He's a cool customer out there. I know he's not going to allow himself to get rattled.
No, he stays calm out there, just like that, forcing a pop-up on the infield as the third baseman, Shao, will make the catch for out number 2. And so just like that, nice, cool, calm, collected, forces a pop-up on the infield for out number 2. Correction, only 1 out here in the fourth. And that pitch outside from Adams for ball 1.
The sun is starting to definitely, have an effect, I think, on the left side of the field at this point. There's some cloud cover.
A little bit of cloud cover in left. And that tree cover in right gives some different waves and rays of sunshine and shade. Could make it hard to track. And the wind is starting to blow a little bit here towards left field as we look out to the flag. And so that could have an effect on if one is to carry out of here.
Has there been any homers this year?
Not at this field, Wes, but there have been some by the Warriors. If we take a look at team statistics, there are 3 people tied with Parker, Tanner, and Dawson for each having a home run. That ball hit to the second baseman, who does make the play for out number 2, but a run does come across. Only 1 run comes across, and so the lead is up to 6-3 now for the Cavaliers. But that was a good play there by Ludwig to collect it and make the throw to Price. And a good stop there by Posick, able to keep it in front of him and keep the runner at third base. The Warriors came in today sitting at 4th in the conference. Still have not played a conference game, but their record at 3-3 puts them at 4th place in the Conference Carolina standings. And that pitch in there for a strike. And so 3 balls, 1 strike here for Adams, as he's looking to put this inning away without any more damage. And the batter for the Cavaliers stands in, takes ball 4, and will head down to first base. And so the Cavaliers have men at the corners with 2 out here, as there will just be a mound visit to try and cool things off here, get things under control for the Warriors so that this does stay a 3-run game.
Yeah, they're going to have to talk about this situation now with runners at the corners. They definitely don't want to dig themselves any deeper here.
That's right. Go over where the force plays are, the pitching styles, and the pitching counts, along with certain signs that they may want the infield to know. And if you want to join us tomorrow, we will have a double header here at 12 and 3 again versus UVA Wise. That is tomorrow at 12 and 3. Each game will be 7 innings. And so that will wrap up this whole series between the two, as both teams battling for the first game.
Now batting number 21, Tristan Pecorella. Nuh-uh. I think I keep saying Pecorella. Swear.
And a good catch there by Posick to gather that pitch as it was low and outside. And that one hit to the shortstop, Sute, who forces it to the second baseman, Ludwig, for out number 3. And so the Cavaliers do score 1 run, but they strand men at the corners. Warriors trail 6-3 here. We'll be back in the bottom of the 4th. You're listening to the SWU Sports Network. are back here for the matchup of UVA Wise Cavaliers versus Warriors as Posick hits a line drive into left field for a single to lead off the inning. Not wasting any time on that, jumping out on the first pitch. And this will bring up DJ Ludwig. Warriors had 3 runs last inning, gave up a run in the top of this inning, and only trailed by 3 now. Trying to stay within this game and get more runs back and possibly tie it up or take the lead here.
You got to love it when a catcher starts everything off, you know. That's the blue-collar worker. He's got that mohawk. Love it.
He's just got that style and facade to him where
he's like a Viking.
I would have to agree.
Viking warrior.
I would have to agree with that statement.
Well, it's true.
And the coach for the Cavaliers will come out here possibly for a pitching change, as they do have men in the bullpen warming up for him. But it just looks like a regular mound visit as the infielders just meet around second.
Yeah, you can see where, once again, even after the last inning with the Warriors, is probably still rattling the pitcher just a little bit. He's a hard thrower, so you can see there's a little bit of he's throwing some wild stuff in there, a few wild pitches. The catcher's having a little trouble with it.
Mm-hmm. But the Warriors able to figure him out. Took him a couple innings, but they had 3 last inning, and we'll see what they can do here this inning. And the pitch in there for strike 1 brings the count 2-1. And the pitch. And Ludwig hits it to the shortstop, who will flip on to second and throw on to first for the double play. And that is the second double play by the Cavaliers today, as they've been able to turn 2. And so
Now batting number 14,
2 out here in the bottom of the 4th, as the Warriors still trail by 3, bringing up number 14, Sawyer Price, to try and keep things alive here in the inning.
Sawyer was not able to get anything on his last hit, so this time I'm sure he's up there really expecting to do something.
That's right, man on a mission, as they say. As the count is even, 1-1, as he stood in and took ball. And a foul tip back there into the mitt for Price. Will bring the count to 1-2. And he will hit a high pop-up over towards the dugout. First baseman made a lunging leap, but unable to make the catch, and so Price will stay alive. That one kind of trailed back in.
Yeah, he misread it towards the dugout, kept kind of going that direction, and it just came right back. A little more life for Buck Price.
Is that his name?
That's right. That's what they call him. Doesn't get any more manly than that.
I wouldn't say so.
Except, maybe the catcher, who was a Viking, as we talked about earlier. But that's neither here nor there.
That's right, as the count is even 2-2 on Price. And that one behind him. And so James starting to throw some kind of crazy stuff here, as that one slipped away. And he gets Price to chase that one low and outside. Would have been ball 4, but turns into the 3rd out. And so that'll conclude the 4th inning. Warriors still trail by 3 runs. Hey, you are listening to the SWU Sports Network.
When we travel, we expect to be uncomfortable. We long for the security and the comfort of home. But here at Best Western, we focus on providing you with the most ample accommodations imaginable. We want to be your home away from home. Your security and comfort when the road is long. We want to gather and build friendships and families, strengthen community, and sustain athleticism. Here, we celebrate fun, hard work, and enjoy the wonderful world around us. Here, we want your downtime to be just as amazing as your game time. And finally, when it's time to leave, we hope you'll want to stay.
And we're back here in the 5th inning as Adams will stay in, and he has a good pitch. Starts out, comes back in for strike one for the start of this one. And that one hit right at Ludwig. A good play there to control it, and a good throw on to first. That one a heater, a line drive, took one hop, and he had good control over it.
Yeah, the defense was in really good spot, perfect spot almost to make that out.
I don't think he even had to take a step.
I don't think so.
And that one low and outside as Posick went to pick it. And it just kind of rolls away. And that one left inside. Batter having to jump back a little bit.
Yeah, Vinny's not going to let him guess where it's coming from. He's going to put it at all sides of the plate, high, low.
And that one hit into right field as Patrick traces, and he's able to make the catch. A great play there by Devin Patrick, who had a long way to go and able to track it and make the play.
Yeah, that ball and that hit just sliced right. Just like a huge golf hit, and that was a really great job of him chasing that one down.
And so that will be the second out of the inning. As the Warriors looking to go a quick 1-2-3 and put a 0 up on that slot. And the first two pitches are left outside, both for a ball. As that one is hit into right center, both Richards and Patrick converge on it, and Richards makes the catch for out number 3. So Adams gets a quick 1-2-3, which is good momentum for the Warriors as they will come up to bat in the bottom of the 5th, still trailing by 3. You're listening to the SWU Sports Network.
When we travel, we expect to be uncomfortable. We long for the security and the comfort of home. But here at Best Western, we focus on providing you with the most ample accommodations imaginable. We want to be your home away from home. Your security and comfort when the road is long. We want to gather and build friendships and families, strengthen community, and sustain athleticism. Here, we celebrate fun, hard work, and enjoy the wonderful world around us. Here, we want your downtime to be just as amazing as your game time. And finally, when it's time to leave, we hope you'll want to stay.
We're back here at Dr. C. Keith Connor Field for the bottom of the 5th inning as the Warriors still trail by 3 runs to the Cavaliers. And leading off the inning for the Warriors is number 12, Sean Sute. Who hits it into right field, and it just curves foul down that line. Almost able to place it in there for another leadoff hit for the Warriors. But just strokes it foul as he was a little late to it. And so he will step back in again with an 0-2 count.
UVA's brought in another pitcher, number 11, Christian Smith, out of Elmore, Alabama. As you know, great arms there most of the time, but you know, we're not rooting for him today.
Not today, as Sute hits that one right to the shortstop, who makes the catch for out number 1.
Now batting number 1, Ty King Richards.
And so that'll bring up number 1 for the Warriors, Ty King Richards, as he will step in and try and get on base again for the Warriors.
Yeah, he got the rally started last time. Let's see if he can do that again. This pitcher has got a lot of movement on his pitches. You can see the curve and the slider.
He's got movement and he works fast.
Yeah, they both do that. They don't. That must be something they practice. Maybe is just not giving the batter any kind of mental time to prepare, because they just kind of go for it.
And so, count 1-1 as that one is left upstairs for ball 2.
Catcher trying to settle him down a little bit, though. He's a little all over the place right now.
Yeah, a little jumpy, you know. Even for a junior, you still step into a game like this. You want to keep the lead for your team. And so the count will be 3-1. As Richards hits that over to the second baseman and tries to run it out, but the play was too close to the bag, and so that will be out number 2.
So once again, we've definitely mentioned this a couple of times, but the sun now at this point of the day really does have an effect, not just on left field, but on shortstop as well. If they try to turn 2 later, which I hope they don't do, but if we can get some runners on, that will play an effect on it.
Yeah, you're right. With the sun setting, that glare comes in at such an angle where if it's a line drive at them, it'll be hard to see that. And I know that from experience, being a soccer goalie here at Southern Wesleyan.
Mm-hmm.
When those long balls or corner kicks come in from the sun, it is hard to track.
Absolutely. But nothing gets by you.
Not at all.
It's a Loctite safe.
It's like a brick wall back there. But that's another sport for another day. As we look in at a 2-0 count, and that pitch in, Shao, a little upset about the call, but goes in for a strike.
Yeah, Shao comes in, senior out of Chicago, and also part of the rally that started last inning, and gets a good one.
That's right. The last rally they had was started with 2 outs, Then Shao looking to get another one started here as he ropes one into left field for a single.
So the intel they had on Shao, once again, it looks like the defense tends to play him as he's going to hit it opposite field, but he has pull strength. Now they got a lefty up at the plate.
And yeah, this lefty, Parker Pillsbury, is having a good season so far. And he looks to continue his hitting here. I believe he's one of the three that are tied for the leaders on the team for home runs, along with Tanner and Dawson.
It's the second time that the catcher has made his way towards the mound, this time a little further towards the mound to confer with his pitcher.
Yeah, that's right.
Probably situational at this point, more so than emotional.
Well, Smith working quick here. Maybe getting signs a little mixed up. Trying to stay on the same page and conserve their lead. But the Warriors looking to disrupt that here with one on and two out as Pillsbury hits it to the second baseman who lost it for a second and stumbled over his own feet, unable to hang on to it. So that will be a single for Pillsbury and an error on the second baseman.
Yeah, great hit. He thought he'd just be able to scoop it out of the air, but it just kept diving, and then it just got lost underneath him, and he couldn't find it, couldn't pick it up.
That's right. Their error to the benefit of the Warriors as the inning continues, as they now have man on first and second with Tanner Glass stepping to the plate. Glass leads the team in multiple areas with hits and doubles, and also is tied for home runs. And that pitch low and in the dirt, but another good stop there by the catcher to keep Shao at second and to keep Pillsbury at first.
Glass coming out of Bedford, Michigan, 6'2", 205. You got to imagine as a pitcher when you see a big guy like that step in the plate, it's a little intimidating.
It definitely could be, especially for power-wise, knowing that he could do some damage with men on. And he certainly is looking to tie this game with one swing of the bat, as that one just under him as he foul tips it back into the mitt. And so the count 1-1 here.
And this will be a great opportunity to take advantage of that sun we talked about.
That's right, and he hits that one into left field as Shao will come in and they will hold the runner at second. But they will get a run back as, again, with two outs, they are starting another rally.
That is what the Warriors needed right there. Great hit from Glass, just textbook, right where he needed to put it, not too deep. And the left fielder was already playing him deep, so that worked out very well.
That's right.
He wouldn't have got to it either way.
No, because, again, they were almost playing him the same way they would Shao with that opposition. And now they're playing Patrick as if he is going to pull, leaving a lot of space, again, down that left field line. And the wind is shifting here a little bit to where if he did pull it, it could go a long way as the wind is heading out into right field. And so the Warriors have 2 on, 2 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. As they've already scored a run, they trail 6-4, looking to tie this game up as that one is fouled back into the net, off the roof of the Warriors dugout and to the third base coach.
It's a great crowd here today. I know camera doesn't always get all of that, but it's a pretty solid crowd here today. 57, clear, beautiful day for baseball.
That's right. Good support here from the Warrior fans, Warrior Nation coming out, supporting classmates, their friends, and their family. as that one is fouled back for strike two, as Patrick stays alive and hangs in, looking to continue this rally.
Devin Patrick, the senior out of Centerville, Maryland.
Another big guy standing at 6'2", 205, same length and width and height as Glass, who was just up. And so another big guy looking to get a big hit, as he hits that one high into left field. Both outfielders converging, and the left fielder able to track it and make the catch. But the Warriors do get a run back here in the bottom of the fifth, and so they now trail 6-4. We'll be back with the top of the sixth inning. You're listening to the SWU Sports Network.
Is that one of them? That is one of them. The other one, another one bites the dust. Really? It's kind of mocking, and the other one is that don't impress me much. Some teams play that when the other team hits a home run by Shania Twain. But like, another one bites the dust is like a classic. You could not have any meaning behind one. I know, but you would be surprised. Holly would not be surprised at what parents complain about. You might be surprised.
And we're back here with the top of the sixth inning. Adams still in for the Warriors, as he's looking to get another 1-2-3 scoreless inning.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity for Vinny to come in and clean up things with a quick inning real fast, move them along.
That's right, and so good strikeout there by Adams.
Number 14, Brett Roberts.
And number 18 there, a little unhappy going back into the dugout.
I mean, you don't like to strike out, but it is a game of failure, as they say.
There are more fails than wins, and that is why no one ever bats over 500. And that one hit right to Price, who gets it, controls it after a little bobble, and steps on the bag for out number 2.
Really good play there by Price. Way to maintain control, keep a level head, stay with the play, get the out.
And so third man up to bat here for the Cavaliers, as Adams delivers and puts it right on the outside part of the plate for strike one. And that one hit right to Ludwig, who controls, throws on to first, and another 1-2-3 inning for Adams as he works quick and he works efficiently. When we're back, the Warriors are still trailing 6-4, looking for another rally to try and tie this game up and take the lead. You're listening to the SWU Sports Network. And so as we're back here in the 6th inning, Warriors still trailing by 2 as we look to get our board fixed and get things right. As number 4, Dawson Posick, will lead off here for the Warriors. Some good hitting these last few innings from the Warriors as they've been able to rally and get some runs back, and they will look to continue that here.
And Posick, one of those that has helped start some of that a couple of innings ago.
For sure. And he fouls that one back to the screen for strike 2. As he's making contact, just needs to put it in play now. And he takes a big swing and miss there for strike 3 as he chased one down low.
Now batting number 20, DJ Ludwig.
And so Ludwig comes up for the Warriors. He's had a couple good plays defensively. Now looking to get something started offensively too.
Looks like he might have fouled that one right off his foot.
Yeah, when you see professionals do that, they are hopping around and in a lot of pain, but he stands in and stands tough.
UVA has some pitchers warming up, staying loose, probably getting a little cold over there on that side.
But that is the second strikeout for Smith this inning as he has 2 up and 2 down quick as Ludwig strikes out. And so this will bring up number 14, Sawyer Price, for the Warriors.
And the theme of the day has really been rallies with 2 outs so far.
So far that seems to be the case, so let's see if they can keep that theme going here as Price still trying to get a hit. And that one kind of an odd hop, gets under the third baseman, but the shortstop backs it up and makes the play.
Wow. That was a heck of a throw.
That was a strong throw there by the shortstop. Not quite sure what had happened, but Price could have thought he was out early, and to finish out the run, didn't go as strong. However, that is the third out, and so when we're back, we will be back at the top of the 7th. You're listening to the SWU Sports Network. And so we begin the 7th inning. Warriors still trail 6-4 as Adams is at the mound still for the Warriors. Pitching well now as he's had 2 back-to-back scoreless innings, going 3 up and 3 down.
Yeah, the defense is keeping them in a good spot here, just not able to get consistent production so far at bat.
Yeah, offense a little inconsistent at times, looking to keep some rallies going. But this defense for the Warriors sure has kept them in, along with some good pitching.
Great pitch right there from Vinny, right down the pipe.
And another one is hit into the gap in left field, and so the runner will head for second and be in safe standing. And so the leadoff man on for the Cavaliers. And they will look to possibly extend their lead here in the 7th inning, as the Warriors will again try and keep that from happening. Good stop there by Posick, who's able to hang on and keep the runner at second.
Yeah, it's never something you want to see stand-up double as a pitcher or a team in general, but
it does happen. And that pitch was high and inside.
The runner on second base, you can see once he kind of gets out of the shadow there, has trouble even seeing towards the plate, has to have his hand up to block the sun.
Yeah, kind of a couple glares over the infield and outfield now as the sun is setting. Light's starting to come on here.
Ooh.
And that hits the batter right in the shoulder as Adams is starting to not necessarily lose control, but things are getting away. And this will lead to a mound visit and possibly some change, as the Warriors do have men up in the bullpen. But this could just be a way of settling things down and keeping things from getting away from them again to keep them at a 2-run deficit.
It wasn't so much of a wild pitch as much as the batter was just really, crowding the plate. And Vinny, once again, with that sidearm delivery, has a lot of movement. He was able to just kind of turn his shoulder into it and get hit in the shoulder.
Yeah, get what your windshield got earlier.
Still haven't fixed that yet.
That's quite unfortunate for you for the drive home. Shouldn't be too bad, though. We do have a tarp in the back if you do need to borrow it.
Well, it's cool. I mean, I drive a golf cart, so.
So you get a breeze already.
Pretty much. It's breezy.
You don't have doors. You don't need a windshield.
No. This is not a great situation right now for the Warriors, though, with Pecorelli, Tristan Pecorelli from, as we said earlier, Guatemala. The double Guatemala is going on.
As he's up to bat and shows bunt and fouls it back to the net. He's looking to advance the runners here. Still nobody out in this inning, but looking to do some sort of sacrifice bunt or a hit to bring the runners into a better scoring position. And so Shao creeps in a long ways, but he does not show bunt again. And so interesting signs here. We'll see what happens. Shao takes his position back in the dirt. We'll see if he looks to creep in again. But the count full now. And so Adams looking to get the strikeout. And he does, and it was a swing and a miss there from Paccarelli. And so that is the first out of the inning. Good pitch there by Adams to get him to chase down low and to keep the runners at first and second.
Tyler Horvath at the plate today has been pretty good, pretty consistent. See if Vinny can take him down.
Settle him down, and he has a good pitch there. Kept it outside for strike one. And that one is hit right towards Patrick in right field. Runner from second does tag, but then does hold. Patrick with a strong arm right there surely would have had him out at third had he tried to go.
That's about the best case scenario that could have happened in that situation.
Yeah, with 2 on and nobody out to start the inning, Warriors turn a quick 2. And so they look to just end the inning without any damage done and just to move on. And that one is bounded up the middle towards Sute, who flips it to Ludwig for the third out. And so with 2 on and nobody out, the Cavaliers strand their men, and the Warriors get 3 in a row to end the top of the 7th. When we're back, the Warriors will be up to bat. You're listening to the SWU Sports Network.
Trip to McAllister's is like visiting a lifelong friend. One who believes the recipe for good times calls for heartfelt conversation over a handcrafted meal. Knows just how you like your tea, always has a refill ready, and welcomes every guest with their favorite food made to order. The kind of friend who is always up for trying something new, and who you can count on for that familiar feeling of home. McAllister's Deli. Great food brings us together.
And so we're here in the bottom of the 7th inning now. The Warriors still trail by a pair as number 12, Sean Sute, is in. And there was a pitching change in the meantime for the Cavaliers as number 33, Nate Thompson, will step in. He's a senior from Wise, Virginia. And that ball in for a strike. And so the count even now, 1-1. And Sute takes a swing at that one, trying to put it on base. He's got a big hole up the middle if he can put it back that way.
Sean's been on base a couple of times today.
And that one skips away, and he will be first at safe.
Well, he is first at safe, and
as there was a pass ball there from the catcher.
You take him however you can get him, you know?
Yeah. At this point, a man on is good for the Warriors, and they will get it in whatever way, shape, or form they can. And Richards shows bunt. The catcher checks to first, does not throw, and Sute slides in just to be safe.
And just a 2-run game. This is a great opportunity for Richards to make a play here at bat.
That's right, and Richards with speed. If he does bunt, he could make it down the first base line himself and still have both men safe.
Yeah, this is the speed part of the lineup for sure between Richards and Sute, and Shao as well. I mean, you get all three of them on there, and then you get a big hitter up, and you're gonna have an opportunity to score multiple runs.
That's right. Get a hit and run play going as well, as he shows bunt again and has to lean out of the way as the pitches are coming inside. That's the second one inside, and that'll go for ball 2.
He has that my life just flashed before my eyes kind of body language.
Yeah, had that look in his eye as if he wasn't really sure he wanted to be doing that, but knowing he has to. And a good bunt there to the pitcher as he nearly beats it out, but the pitch and throw was in time to get him. It was a good bunt there as he kept it in play.
Yeah, good hustle.
And advanced Sute to second.
Shao coming up to the plate, the tying run. And he's also had quite a few hits today and is able to move the ball. And, you'd like to see him get on base rather than have to sacrifice if possible.
That's right. With one out now, you're looking for more of a rally again to try and just get some hits, get some men on, just like that, as they will hold the runner at third. But just as we said, the runner advances. He doesn't have to sacrifice. And the Warriors now have men at the corners with one out. And Pillsbury to the plate.
Now this is a good situation. It puts pressure on the defense. It has the go-ahead run at the plate. One out. This is exactly where the Warriors need to be at this point in the game.
That's right. And you have one out, 2 on, and a hitter like Pillsbury up, who has been putting him in good spots today in the outfield where they drop down. He's able to get on base and advance runners as he looks to do that again here.
May have a steal situation here. Shao can get a good enough lead off. And they'll have to watch that with Sute at third. They won't be able to just do anything. They'll have to play it conservatively and keep an eye on both of them.
That's right. So he could take second right here. And if the throw does go, then Sute could take home. And that one catches the outside part of the plate for strike 1. As Pillsbury steps in and takes it. This is a tricky at-bat here, trying to stay smart. And he bounds it up to the first baseman, who will get the out at second, but Pillsbury will be safe at first, and the run from third comes in.
Great hit there. That brings us back within one with still a couple of opportunities left here, even with 2 outs, and we've done really well today with 2 outs, so that doesn't seem to be a factor.
Yeah, that's right, Wes. We've surely done our damage with 2 outs, as 4 of the 5 runs we've had have come with that. And so with a man on and 2 out and Glass at the plate, they will still look to tie this game up and possibly take the lead here.
And they have to play a weird defensive strategy at this point with Glass, because he can slice it opposite field.
Yeah, a smart player like that who hits it down the left field line, had the power, would have been out of here had it stayed in play, but just out in front of it, and so it will go for a foul ball.
Yeah. Clearly has pull power. It looks like he could, if he were to straighten that out, he might be able to hit the charter bus over there.
I know, could knock out a window like your windshield. But that ball left inside, and so he will not chase. And 1 ball. And that one up hits the pitcher, who gathers it, throws on to first in time, for the out. Lost it for a second, but does make the play. And the Warriors do get another run back here in the 7th inning. And so they now only trail by 1 as we head into the 8th. You're listening to the SWU Sports Network.
When we travel, we expect to be uncomfortable. We long for the security and the comfort of home. But here at Best Western, we focus on providing you with the most ample accommodations imaginable. We want to be your home away from home. Your security and comfort when the road is long. We want to gather and build friendships and families, strengthen community, and sustain athleticism. Here, we celebrate fun, hard work, and enjoy the wonderful world around us. Here, we want your downtime to be just as amazing as your game time. And finally, when it's time to leave, we hope you'll want to stay.
And another hit batsman for Adams, his second one of the day, as the leadoff man is on again for the Cavaliers.
Now batting number 18, Ethan Fletcher. Yes, I did see theirs.
And a pop up to the foul base territory as Price is able to track that one and get out number 1.
So Vinny's still going to have to keep throwing hard. He has hit a couple of pitchers, or a couple of batters rather, on each side of the plate at this point. But still looking good out there.
Yeah, he's had 3 solid innings of 1, 2, 3 coming up and going down with a few strikeouts, but also a few hit batters. And last inning especially, with 2 men on and nobody out, he battled back and was able to keep the runs to 0 as he throws another strike here, looking to get the second out. And the pitch in, he leaves it outside, trying to get the batter to chase, and does not. And that one, batter fouled off. As he stands in again. As Adams still looks for the second out of the inning. And that one left outside for ball 2. Roberts not chasing as Adams looking to get him to swing and miss on a few. And so with 1 on and 1 out here, the Cavaliers still lead 6-4 as Adams has the pitch. And that is down low in the dirt, and they have another run down.
2, 6, 3.
As he will be out in the rundown, and the Warriors will get their second out.
Sawyer chasing him down.
That's right. The runner kind of held up as Posick still had the ball and was only a few feet away from second, but stopped and started to go back and hesitated. And so the Warriors able to get the second out as Adams throws a strike on the next throw and gets out number 3. So quick 3 as an out comes all within 2 pitches. 2 outs, 2 pitches to end the top of the 8th. The Warriors trail by 1 here as they will be up to bat. You're listening to the SWU Sports Network. And we're back as Patrick's walk-up song is an interesting choice, but one that we certainly like here, Shipping Up to Boston, as there was some river dancing going on in the dugout. And he hits one to the second baseman for a quick out number 1.
Yeah, the mood of the SWU team, even though they're down a run, once again, I think there's just an inherent confidence. They know they can come back. They know they can score quickly. Posick, for instance, somebody who's gotten a lot done today.
Sometimes our scoreboard needs some TLC. It's got its own brain, pretty sure.
That's right. He's had 3 at-bats. He's had a hit. And
feels like he's been on base more than that. But I guess he has just had that one.
he was part of a rally, though, that has brought back.
Yeah, I think
the
he
Warriors.
had some sacrifice.
As he stands in, and that one is inside for a ball. But he has been a big part of today, keeping the Warriors within it defensively as well behind the plate, and offensively bringing in a few runs as he hits that one into right field, and that will be out number 2.
The pitcher in for UVA right now, number 33, Nate Thompson, out of Wise, Virginia.
That's right.
Hometown guy for them.
Number 20, DJ Ludwig.
And so Ludwig will step in now, and he will look to get something going for the day and get another rally started. 2 outs for the Warriors. They've done the most damage when they've had 2 outs, and they've gotten the most runs this way. So we will see if they can keep that streak alive, but it does not look that way as he hits it to the first baseman for out number 3. And so that was a quick 3 for the Warriors, 3 up, 3 down in the 8th inning, and that will bring us to the 9th here at Dr. C. Keith Connor Field. You are listening to the SWU Sports Network. And so we're back here with Wes, who just made an interesting comment about the song that was played during the warm-up time.
Well, let's not talk about it. That was personal. But that's cool.
Not looking to share his own life story on here, and so we
It's
will
my
just
first
go
time.
back to the game.
First time here.
We'll bring him in.
Let's build up a fan base.
Fan base, to all of you watching in, listening in, we appreciate you, and we thank you for staying connected with our SWU Sports. As this one is in the 9th inning here, and a close one with the Warriors only trailing by a run. And the count quickly 3-0 here from Adams, who has had 4 great innings of pitching, working quickly and not giving up much, but 4 straight balls will send the leadoff man on to first.
And Cagle coming to the plate had the stand-up double last time that he was up. Hope to avoid that this time around. Something's happening out here.
Looks to be a pitching change as they will bring in someone to relieve Adams. Adams surely will get a round of applause from his teammates for the work that he has put in.
Who is that? It's Lathan? Yeah, it's Lathan, number 22. Should I play as Walker?
And coming in to relieve him will be number 22, Lathan McLean, who is a sophomore and a left-handed pitcher. Stands at 6'1", 170 from Due West, South Carolina, trying to keep this a one-run game as the Cavaliers have one on and nobody out here in the top of the 9th.
And you're right. The crowd giving a good applause to Vinny.
He had a really good showing here today of 5 innings, only 1 run scored on him as he had some tough situations, but he kept his cool and kept the Warriors really in this game.
Yeah, he's done a great job. The biggest issue here is UVA has got good hitters, and they're connecting with the ball and making the plays that they need to make.
That's right. Yeah, 10 hits here for the Cavaliers as they certainly have had a good day. But the Warriors have been battling back and have continued to stay in the fight for this game.
I think what will be good about McLean coming in here is that so far UVA has only seen, the two righties, and both with that sidearm style, so now they're going to have to face a lefty who's, coming much more over the top, much more traditional style pitcher. He's going to have that speed and that power, and I think that's going to be that'll be a good change that they'll have to adjust to.
Yeah, we'll see if they're able to pull off anything here and increase their lead. But as you said, a change in pitching style and also pitching hand could keep them at bay. And we will see what happens here as we will now continue. And it looks like a pinch hitter is coming to the plate, and it will be number 4, Tyler Campbell.
Campbell, a North Carolina guy. A lot of the hitters for UVA are just tall guys, have a presence in the batter's box.
That's right, and he certainly does, but a good pitch there by McLean. And you could see the movement on that one. Started outside, worked its way back into the plate for strike 1.
Our researchers here in the box gave me that information before about the batter's presence. So, thanks to you guys. Doing your homework.
Yeah, we want to give thanks to all the people we have up here today, our announcers and music enthusiasts who have been filling in the gaps of silence.
Sports Information Director Grace Eckert keeps all this whole ship afloat.
That's right. And McLean
all
delivers
weekend
the
here,
first
actually.
out with a strikeout.
It'll be good. Other SWU athletics going on, basketball this weekend, and more baseball. Be good to see some Warrior towels, or Warrior wipes as they're known on the street.
They've been known around campus as that name, and I think it's catching on.
I'd like to see those catch on. I want to see those catch fire. Blue fire.
Blue
Oh
fire,
my.
the hottest fire, as that one is hit high and foul.
Woo.
Down the line. That's right.
Yeah.
As Wes said, this is the first game for baseball of the weekend, as they will head into a doubleheader tomorrow. And so it's a best-of-3 series almost, as both teams looking to take the first game here, as it remains a one-run game. And so the count even here on number 28, Gabe Wirtz, who is a red-shirted senior from Deatsville, Alabama, another Alabama guy, who, again, you can see that presence he has, but he takes a big swing and a miss.
Yep.
For out number 2.
Moved the trees on that one with that whiff, but that was
He certainly did.
with authority.
You can see the gust of wind out there moving the flag. But as you said, those big guys from Alabama, I think it's either a hit or miss with them. They either hit it or they miss it. And so
Tends to be the case.
luckily for the Warriors, he missed it. As that one is hit right back to McLean, who is able to snag it off the hop and get the third out. So a scoreless ninth inning keeps the Warriors within 1, as they will come up and try and kick this game back under control. Not necessarily under control, but tie it up.
It's a good
To
opportunity.
keep this one going.
Really good opportunity for the boys in blue to do something well here.
That's right.
And it's really anybody's game.
That's right. And so when we come back, it will be the bottom of the 9th inning. The Warriors trailing only by 1. And so you're listening to the SWU Sports Network. And so bottom of the ninth inning. And the senior for the Warriors, Sawyer Price, who has been up today a couple of times and is looking to deliver here late in the game as that ball heads all the way to the backstop as it was over the head of both the catcher and the umpire.
These are those situations where somebody like Sawyer Price can come in and be a hero right here, get things started. That would be great.
It would definitely give his team that extra kick it needs. But that pitch comes in and catches the inside part of the plate for strike two. And so Price just looking to keep it in play but unable to do so and strikes out.
Just not his day so far. But Sean Sute's had a heck of a day already.
And we're looking at our stat sheets here. We believe these might just be from earlier innings, but we do believe he has been on more. However, we have a different batter coming up, and it will be number 42, Tyler Fuller, a senior from Anderson, South Carolina. And another big guy, 6'1", 205.
With an intimidating mustache, may I add.
He does have a really nice mustache.
I wouldn't consider it nice. I would consider it intimidating if I was the pitcher.
Well,
And
it's well kept.
Yes.
What's happening?
As he stands in and takes ball one. But you're right, as you're a pitcher looking on the mound, what would you say is your initial reaction for a guy walking up like that?
I mean, he reminds me of a player of old, you know, like 1980s.
One that could really do some damage.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Right now, damage would be good.
And the count even here, 1-1 with one out for the Warriors in the bottom of the ninth as they trail a run with a pinch hitter in who stands in and takes strike two.
It would be hard, though, if you've been sitting in the dugout cheering on your teammates and then you get that call to come in. And you never know what your mindset's going to be. Are you ready or not ready? And in this case, he stands in. He looked at 3 straight strikes. And unfortunately, that will be the second out, and that'll bring up Ty King Richards. And you're right, after sitting on the bench for 9 innings, you have to wonder what goes through a guy's head as he's walking to the plate. Richards has been on base a couple of times today. I know most of the people up here believe in him.
As that pitch bounces in for ball one, so it'll be 1-1 for Richards.
Normally in the situations he's been in earlier in the game, he had some runners on base ahead to move him, and he's got a chance.
And the catcher slips, and he is safe at first. Catcher lost his footing there. You can see the marks he left with his studs in the grass.
Well, that was exactly what we needed to happen.
And again, that shows the speed of Ty King Richards, who was able to hustle down the line and be safe at first. And so that is just what the Warriors needed. They needed a man on for Timo Schau, who will look to advance him in any sort of hit and run play and tie this game up. As that pitch comes inside for ball one.
Inside pitch, and Schau liked it. Gave the nod, like, yeah, go ahead, bring it inside. That's a good confidence.
Well, Schau maybe even looking to just get on base and bring up Pillsbury, as that one is inside again. But if this pitcher's trying to shove him off the plate, Schau is not one to back down.
No, good luck with that. I guarantee you he'll turn his shoulder and take one. Yeah.
And he will hit one up the middle and a scoop there. And that will be the third out. It was a good play by the shortstop, a good backhand flip to the second baseman. And so the Cavaliers take game one of this 3-game series 6-5. We will be back tomorrow at 12 and 3 for the rest of these games. You are listening to the SWU Sports Network. Please come back and join us tomorrow.